BTS's Jungkook secretly recording in America? Here's the proof. Los Angeles is again rocked by shocking news from the world of K-pop. Jungkook, the youngest member of BTS nicknamed Golden Magne, is suspected of secretly recording in the United States. Without an official announcement from HYBE or Big Hit Music, this speculation immediately surfaced after several pieces of evidence surfaced. The evidence is now in the spotlight ARMY and international media, initially. Public suspicion began from the upload of fans who saw someone with Jungkook's typical posture and style coming out of a famous music studio in the Hollywood area. Although his face was covered in a mask and a black hoodie, a number of fans were convinced from his posture, gait, to the tattoos on his left hand that were faintly visible behind the long sleeves. Surprisingly, the black car that picked him up is known to be used frequently by BTS managers when they are abroad. Shortly after, a local sound engineer in LA made an Instagram story upload, which was instantly deleted in a matter of minutes, showing a portrait of the mixing studio space known as a music production place for the world's top musicians. In the post, he wrote a short caption that caused an uproar. He's back. Golden vocals tonight. Fans and music watchers immediately associated him with Jungkook, especially since the term golden has often been associated with his nickname since the debut. An unofficial source from the recording industry also leaked that one of the major studios in Los Angeles booked a special session for 4 full days without naming the artist. The schedule is reportedly very closed and can only be accessed by certain internal staff, a pattern very similar to BTS and HYBE's working methods over the years. More suspiciously, the social media accounts of one of the famous American producers suddenly followed the official accounts of BTS and Jungkook at the same time, just a day after this rumor surfaced. The producer is known for having worked for Justin Bieber, Ariana Grande, and The Weeknd, adding to the strong suspicion that Jungkook is working on a world-class global project. On the other hand, Big Hit Music still tightly closes all forms of confirmation. In a brief statement to reporters, representatives of the agency only said, "We cannot comment on the artist's individual activities at this time." This statement does not dampen, it only burns more speculation. Armies around the world are on the move. Some fans even traced the whereabouts of stylist Jungkook, who was seen leaving Korea a few days ago for the US. Plus, freelance photographers are reporting increased security around certain recording studios in LA. It's a common thing when BTS is working at the venue. If Jungkook is recording in the United States, it will be a continuation of his global success with songs like 7 and Standing Next to You. Many suspect that this is not just a solo song, but part of BTS's long-awaited comeback project. There is also speculation that he will collaborate with a major international singer for a fall 2025 or early 2026 release. Not only that, sometime after these rumors began to spread, there was also a report from an independent music journalist based in Los Angeles. In his article, he claimed that a top Asian singer was in a closed-door recording session with several Grammy-nominated producers. Without naming names, he wrote that the singer was known to have golden vocals, global popularity, and the world's most active international fan base, a description that indirectly leads to Jungkook. Meanwhile, the public was also stirred by the appearance of one of the creative staff from HYBE, who was known to have been in New York and then seen in Los Angeles this week. He even uploaded a photo of a silhouette of the night sky with a cryptic caption, "The voice that'll move hearts again," although it was removed hours later. The ever-vigilant ARMY managed to immortalize the upload and spread it on online communities, such as Weverse and Twitter/X. Speculation went wild when one fan shared an amateur video from a distance that captured the moment a man walked out of the record building while accompanied by 2 large bodyguards. At first glance, the man is seen wearing a black beanie and dark clothing, typical of Jungkook when he wants to disguise himself. Although his face is not clearly visible, his posture, gait, and the way he holds a water bottle, all those details created a wave of confidence among fans that the man was Jungkook. What makes it all the more interesting is the emergence of the theory that this record is not an ordinary solo project. Many are beginning to speculate that this could be part of BTS's full comeback preparations in 2026, as has been hinted by HYB in several previous interviews. If this is true, then Jungkook is not just preparing a release for himself, but also became an early pioneer to revive the BTS era as a group after the members' enlistment period was over. On social media, signs of this comeback began to be seen from the activities of BTS's producers and longtime collaborators who were active again with mysterious uploads. For example, producer Dog, known as the brain behind many of BTS's hits, suddenly uploaded an emoji and along with the location, LA, in his bio. The same thing was done by songwriter Melanie Fontana, who had worked on Jungkook's songs before. Even photography staff in Korea and the United States began to be wary of being called suddenly to a secret location for an untitled visual project. One of the makeup artists who has been involved in BTS's MV also shared a photo of herself in Los Angeles with the caption, "Getting ready for magic again." Despite not naming names, speculation immediately exploded that the project was related to BTS, or at least with Jungkook and Jimin, who are reportedly also in America in close proximity. The most thrilling was when some of the ARMY claimed that they saw Jimin enter the same recording studio 2 days after Jungkook allegedly walked out of the venue. Is this a coincidence? Or are the two really working on a long-awaited collaboration project? Most likely, Jungkook's recording project will be revealed in the next few weeks, or even faster if HYB decides to give a sudden teaser, a strategy they've often used to keep surprises at bay. But for the ARMY, Jungkook's presence in the United States without a clear announcement, plus the strange activities of the famous producers, it is enough to prove that something big is being worked on behind the scenes. And if it is true that this song Jungkook recorded is part of BTS's global project, so this day will be remembered as the starting point of the revival of the legend, which had a temporary respite. Jungkook, with his calmness and perfectionism, seems to be preparing a masterpiece that will not only touch the hearts of the fans, but it also left a deep mark in the history of world music. News gets hotter as one of Jungkook's biggest international fan bases, Golden Union JK, released an exclusive analysis of private aviation activity around the California region. In a lengthy post on Platform X, they revealed that a private jet registered under the name of a HYB affiliate company was seen landing at Santa Monica Airport on July 7th evening local time. Although the flight data does not list passengers, fans are confident that this jet took one of HYB's top artists to a secret studio location in Los Angeles. Furthermore, reports of a luxury transportation service driver who had taken passengers from the airport to the West Hollywood area added to the embers of speculation. He told a local gossip channel that he was driving someone who was very calm, very polite, and well-guarded, with long hair covered in a hoodie. "I do not know who he was, but the people who picked him up were wearing jackets that read HYB," he said. After this report appeared, many fans immediately guessed that the person was none other than Jungkook. On the other hand, in a short clip from the paparazzi that is now viral on TikTok, a group of people can be seen exiting a music studio at night. One of them, despite wearing a mask and hoodie, was seen walking in a very characteristic style, quick step, head slightly bowed, and one hand holding the phone. Even with the blurry quality of the video, ARMY confidently claimed that it was Jungkook. Comments like, "That's him," "The walk," "The vibe," 100% Jungkook filled the video's comment column. Not stopping there, another mysterious photo circulating on Reddit and the ARMY Discord community shows a studio chair with the name JK taped to its back. Below, it is written the time of the session, 9 to 11 p.m. Although its authenticity cannot be ascertained, this photo immediately caused a wave of discussion about whether Jungkook is really working on something big without the media and the public officially knowing.